Oh, deep breath. Get out of that room and get out of Happy Valley. Ohio State escapes. They are a winner, 20-13. What a beautiful visiting team media room out here. I love everything about traveling to Beaver Stadium. Okay, crazy football game. We're going to get into as much as we possibly can. Welcome to the Notebook. I am Austin Ward. Buckeyes right back in control of their fate in the Big Ten race. Nothing is ever boring when you come play a game against Penn State when the Buckeyes come here. Here comes Ryan Day. Let's see if we can maybe get 2 seconds with him.
Hi, man.
Hey, Ryan, can I throw one thing at you here? When you mentioned this felt like a crossroads moment. You don't ever usually put things in terms like that.
Right.
The emotion for you, does it today feel different than others? I mean, do you know, like, it just feels like you're treating it differently.
Well, I don't think we've been in a situation where, an opportunity to get to Indianapolis was on the table this much in the middle of the season.
Right.
So I guess probably that's why. Just haven't been, I don't think we felt that. I felt that. I think all these guys came back for a reason, and to have that all on the line today, a lot of things have been said, so to get this win was very, very important. Yeah.
I mean, I said some of them, so the criticism comes. I know you don't pay that attention to that, but Ohio State hasn't been in the situation much, as you mentioned. Right. Ryan Day hasn't been in the situation very much. How do you manage that? I know that what I say doesn't matter to you, but you mentioned that the players pay attention to that. I'm sure the rest of the staff, people in the building, that seems like a challenging thing to manage. We don't make it any easier for you, I guess.
Yeah, but the truth was our back was up against the wall in this game, and so we had to come out and swing, and we did, and so it feels good. But you're right back again tomorrow. We got to be Purdue, so they just get bigger and bigger.
All right, congrats on the win.
All right, thanks, man.
All right, let's get into that. All right, Ohio State players coming out here in the locker room. We'll get to maybe some more of them on the way to the bus. Maybe we'll jump into the huddle. I don't know. I don't know what to do. A week of confusion capped off with more confusion. Ohio State. I'm not going to do that nitpicking thing where it's like, hey, the Buckeyes were in control. They could have won this game by 2 scores. I said it on Friday night, and I mean it today. All they had to do was find a way to win. And a lot of times that's coach speak. That comes from Ryan Day. You hear the coaches talk about that. Well, get to the fourth quarter, find a way to win. Hey, this was the number 3 team in the country, in the road, the biggest crowd in Beaver Stadium history, and then you get punched in the mouth right away. What was the other thing that we talked about that Ohio State had to do? The crowd is going to be loud. Penn State is going to make a play. They get the pick 6 early on. Certainly not the way you want to start it for Will Howard. That was on the heels. Oh boy. Maybe it's not so easy to get out of Happy Valley unscathed. Even the equipment truck is falling over. But again, no one will complain. There'll still be a lot of smiles over there as the Buckeyes load up. It's 10-0 right away, and Will Howard has no choice. You have to put that in the rearview mirror. Ohio State starts going into the bag of tricks there. I thought that was pretty cool what Chip Kelly and Ryan Day schemed up here. Obviously shorthanded. They wound up going the first quarter. Carson Hinsman returns to the starting lineup. He's at left guard. Donovan Jackson's at left tackle. Ohio State schemed up different ways to try and get the rushing game untracked, but mainly to get the receivers loose, and it was misdirection, trying to take advantage of Penn State's aggressiveness, trying to put their offensive line in a spot where they didn't necessarily have to line up and win every rep. So Emeka Egbuka sneaks out. Critical drive. They had to have that to make that 10-7. So give Will Howard credit for that. Give Emeka Egbuka credit for that. Give Ryan Day credit for that. Give Chip Kelly credit for that. And the offensive line, you're going to look at it and say, well, they gave up a handful of sacks, and it wasn't. Oh my gosh, it's Adam King.
Hello.
Where are you going?
I'm going to go talk to some players.
Okay, well, if Adam thinks there's players over there, then we're going to find some players. Watch the erector set burn. Watch your head. It's dangerous in there. Oh, here we go. Look at all this going on here. Jim Knowles. Let's see. Oh, Adam King beats us to it. The competition continues. Let's see if we can get Jim in a second.
Start with the biggest one.
So his defense did not give up a touchdown. You look at the score, 20-13. It's like, well,
2.5 minutes.
2 amazing goal line stands.
30 seconds, not 2.5 minutes.
2.5 minutes? Trying to set a land speed record in here. That James Franklin in closing sequences, buddy, what are you doing? You know, that was Ohio State gets 3 stops, stuffing the run, and then another pass breakup on the heels of capping the first half with Davis Igbinosun, one of the more sensational interceptions, unlikely interceptions that you're ever going to see. Oh, a lot of celebrations out here. This is the right spot. Bennett Christian, Seth McLaughlin. Seth, could we grab you real quick?
Yeah, sure.
I mean, so many questions about your unit this week, and like shuffling on the left side of you. To finish the game with that 4-minute drill, tell me how that feels.
Oh, it's awesome. I mean, that's the dream of every offensive line. You know, the team puts the ball in your hands, so we got to run down the clock. We can't give the other team the ball, and you know, we just ran the damn ball right down their throat, and we got it out there, and we did our job. So
you're in a unique position. I won't keep you long. You've played in some of the biggest stadiums, loudest stadiums in the country. This is an adverse situation. It was the biggest crowd in Beaver Stadium history. What was it like to play in it? How does it compare to some others?
I thought it was going to be louder.
Okay.
With respect to what they had, I thought it was going to be louder. I don't know if it was just because it was an early game or what it was, but I thought Oregon was louder.
All right. Well, congrats on the win.
So,
enjoy the. Is that your normal go-to there, a little Caniac man?
They got the everybody's meal over there.
Oh, everybody. How about that? Special orders. Digging into the games. This is the right spot. All right, here we go. Here we go. Tyler walking out with some ice on that ankle. Ohio State needs him to be full speed. Maybe not against Purdue, but we'll be keeping. It's another new injury, another thing that we'll go through as Ohio State's dealing with, the loss of Josh Simmons and the loss of Zen Mahalski, playing without Will Kazmarek. Then Tylee goes down late in this game. It just gets Sonny Styles with a physical toll here. Who's coming out here? Let's jump in. Quinn Temple's weekly appearance on the Notebook.
Nobody wants it.
Everybody wants it. Didn't have to keep Ryan Day on the sideline, but he was pretty emotional anyway this time. CJ Barnett. Congratulations on the win to CJ. All right, what's going on over here? Can we get into the second quarter? Let's go get this young man's thought. He knows my name. Is that you?
Yes, sir.
How's it going?
Good. You get any of your bold picks?
I don't think I got any bold predictions right, but I got the team that won.
Yep. Yes, sir.
My daughter got it. She said an Emeka touchdown and a win. So
Yeah,
what did you have?
I didn't have any. Kick return, maybe?
You're just happy with the win?
Yes, sir.
What's your name?
Ricky.
Ricky. Hey, thanks for watching.
Yes, sir.
All right. Into that second quarter. So then Ohio State. Ohio State continues that misdirection. They use it to get Brandon Innes involved. Look at them all up there. Everybody's celebrating here. A trip to Beaver Stadium. Like, hey, all right. Thank you. What a nice performance there. Man, like I said, just a nonstop state of confusion. What we got? How do I?
Oh my God!
It's Mitchell Melton.
Oh my God!
I don't know what to do. Is this the strangest episode of The Notebook we've done? Probably. We're going to try and fight through it. There's Will Howard. Adam King is just sniping everybody, and he's not appearing on the show yet for us. Let's see if Jim getting some congratulations on the phone here. Maybe then we'll be able to grab him to talk about Davis and Igbinosun, the stop, the runs in the fourth quarter. Just one of the. I'm trying to wrap my mind around it. Maybe we'll do better on snap judgments with that than I'm doing on the Notebook. I don't know, because there's so much to process from this game. I mentioned the whole series with Penn State. They often have these wild swings and things that you don't expect. You have the pick six right away for Ohio State, and then a chance to really put their thumbprint on this game. And Will Howard fumbles going in. Another run call that's unique, another play that's blocked up perfectly. He's on the way into the end zone. If he steps out of bounds at the 2, nothing happens. If he holds on to the football for a fraction of a second more, it's a touchdown, and Ohio State pulls away, and they're handling this game with relative ease. Again, it's not to nitpick. It's not to say, it needed to be something more or less than it was. It was a huge win for Ohio State. and they found ways to do it despite a bunch of adverse circumstances that were being thrown their way. So you simply have to give them credit for that, and we will. This is not one that you worry about style points. Anyway, second quarter, Davison Igbinosun, the experience there, it's a cool moment here. JT sneaking through. He gets another holding call, and you think, oh, here you go again. It sets up Ohio State in a tough situation. Penn State's got first and goal. So you take the bad, and then you see the incredible good, which is Penn State. Their entire crowd thought they were going to review because they thought they were about to get a touchdown. And Kenyatta Jackson is on the field. He's pointing the other way. I couldn't see it from my vantage point in the press box. It was blocked off. Jim, can we ask you two things? Which goal line stand did you prefer better, Davison's interception or the one that seals the game?
How do you differentiate between those two?
They're both pretty good, right? This plan that you put together, I know you hate it when we talk about stats and that, where you rank. To come on the road and beat Penn State, doing a lot of really creative things offensively and hold them out of the end zone, and including two situations where you say, give them an inch, they'll defend it for you. Like, how would you evaluate, what does this performance from your defense mean?
Just means we're getting better, you know. I mean, guys are under a microscope here, you know how it is, you know. So we're just resilient, and you know the plan was good. I didn't like that wildcat run, you know. I mean, that was a bad call by me. You always have one you want to take back, but we were in the right places all day, you know, and it's just a testament to the players believing in the system and what we're selling them. And, you know, bouncing back from that Oregon game, just giving them confidence and giving the fan base kind of the team, like everybody. If you have a defense you believe in, then everything goes better. You know, everybody feels better.
Is there? It feels like there's some catharsis in here for the program. I know that, like, we're all tied into it. It's your day, it's your livelihood, it's every minute, every hour, and sometimes maybe we focus too much.
I know. I mean, it's just the way it is at Ohio State. I mean, everybody, and you know, I'm speechless. I'm speechless, but I'll tell you what, it's just all the adjustments and everything our guys went through, and they just, you know, we weren't out of position. They didn't hit any wheel routes,
yep.
Deep, you know what I mean? Quarterback scrambles. You know.
When somebody says they're speechless, that's a cheat code in an interview. So I'll do that. Congrats on the win there. Great performance from your defense, Jim. Okay. Well, that gets us to halftime, and it gets us to a couple bonus interviews. What do we got?
Don't put it on film. Don't put no film.
He's pointing it over there. He's pointing at Donovan. What? You have 1,000 messages in here. How are you going to find it?
I know. There's one from my agent. This is an agent.
Well, today's a good day to ask for more money. Okay, that's a lot of language that I can't say on our show, but congratulations is the end. No touchdowns in the last two games against Andy Kotelnicki is what it says.
It says.
What's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 flame emojis.
It's the last game they didn't score a touchdown.
That's a pretty good record. All right. We should, if there wasn't some language that we can't put on there, we would have loved to put that stat on film. All right. Pretty cool. I'll dig into that a little bit more later on. Oh, look, it's Adam King.
I was very confused. I thought you were like having...
Obviously, the microphone was on the whole time, so...
He didn't read the language. We got the stat.
I thought the mic, you had taken it off. I thought it was a private conversation. I didn't want to interrupt. It seemed very... That maybe you was getting invited to the birthday party. I didn't know.
This is the conversation that people have been waiting for. What do you make of this performance?
I make of this performance that it is exactly what I thought this game would be for a couple reasons.
Okay.
If you are an Ohio State...
Oh, you're a liar.
No, I mean, it's always chaos when these two play. When have they ever met and it been a normal game?
No, never.
And I think, honestly, it was funny when they got down to the 2-yard line. I actually thought to myself, they've made so many goal line stands this year. It's the one thing this defense you can count on the most. I made a statement earlier this week, if you started the game on the 10-yard line, Ohio State's defense may be the best in the country. And they get the stop. Honestly, this is exactly what this team needed. They needed the confidence. The fan base, listen, I'm not calling anybody out, but there were a lot of...
You can call me out.
No, because they're two different worlds here. You can criticize But to think that the wheels on the bus have fallen off is a whole other ballgame.
Yeah.
And
It's a great song, by the way.
it is a great song. It can be sung by Berm if he would give us some background vocals. He will not. But
Don't ask him to. He will.
This was the game they needed.
Yeah. Who was your player of the game?
It's cheap, but I'm going Caleb Downs because the tackles the tackles he made were in such key moments.
Yeah, they were crazy.
They're not tackles you're going to say and show. They didn't impact the game, stop a touchdown, but they stopped Penn State a couple times when they were moving the ball.
What score did you actually predict for this game?
I believe my final prediction was 34-28.
Okay.
So I predicted that Penn State would score 4 touchdowns. They scored exactly 0.
You scored a defensive touchdown.
Exactly like you thought it was going to work out.
Yeah.
I just knew it was going to be chaos.
You crushed it. Chaos is right. Television's Adam King.
Hey, the best in the business with these two.
Hey, why? Thank you very much. Oh, wait. Now the most watched ankle in college football. Now you got to get back. Hurry. Highly banged up. I don't know. How much we're going to save the field for snap judgments. I feel like, I don't know how long we've been going, Berm. I didn't even get to the second half. Ohio State doesn't score a touchdown in the second half, and right? Yeah. How about the field goals from Jaden Fielding? If I'm going to be critical of the special teams, which I can save the return game and the coverage stuff for another day perhaps, a week after a bad miss, you don't know where Ohio State actually trusts their field goal kicker to connect from. Drills, 46-yard bomb into the student section, loud, hostile, they're trying to blow it out, can't do it, and then he hits the other one late to put that game away for Ohio State. I mean, I don't give Jaden Fielding credit for that, give the Ohio State defensive line credit for that. JT Tuimoloau had a big sack there in that rushman that included Caden Curry and Kenyatta Jackson inside, so clearly it's working. Caden Curry's getting held on that play. JT makes it. That was on the heels of a blitz where Edric Houston, Caden Curry, and Caden McDonald were all on the field. Cody Simon gets the blitz. So Ohio State makes the plays that they need to defensively. You can just give that up. How about Larry Johnson? He can have that for the third quarter. Coach of the quarter. And Cody Simon showing up. You saw Jeremiah Smith ends that third quarter with a nice catch on a drive. Brandon Ennis had another play. You just had so many guys show up today. As I'm replaying it now in my mind and looking back through here, you had a fourth down where Will Howard has to extend the play, and he finds Jelani Thurman, who's juggling and trying to make something happen. Congratulations on the win.
Appreciate it.
For you guys to ice this game on the ground, with this offensive line, with the talk about the rushing game the last couple weeks, how gratifying was that for you guys?
Man, I'm just excited for those guys up front, man. A lot of changes as I saw, man, but man, those guys worked hard, man. Those guys worked really hard, man. I'm just excited, man, to see how they took the practice onto the field, man. Today, man, they were awesome, man. They were awesome, man. You know, especially Quinshawn too, man, running behind that thing. You know, we both, you know, ran hard, and so, man, I'm really proud of those guys up front.
All right, they're making you get on the bus. You make me nervous with your blitz pickups. It looks dangerous.
Man, I give all praise to God, man. It's a lot of work that goes into it, man. You know, when I'm out there, you know, I'm just trying to protect my quarterback, man. We say for the love, and so it's for the love of Will, it's for the love of my brothers, man. I'm trying to put it all on the line for them.
You're a tough dude. That's a great win. Go enjoy it.
Thank you, man.
Yep. All right. Congrats, Mecca. Caden, can you draw a holding call ever or what? I don't. All right. Hey, this notebook has been a scramble. I'm sorry if it was difficult to watch. If you enjoyed the interviews, or you can hear me when the buses are out here, I hope I was able to give you some idea of what was going on a wild Saturday in the Big Ten, a wild Saturday for Ohio State, again, as they always seem to be in Beaver Stadium. 111,030 watching the Buckeyes come get a major win for a program that is back on track, back controlling its destiny in the Big Ten race, college football playoff race. November's for contenders. The Buckeyes are won again. Thanks to Berm for handling that camera work. I'm sorry, or you're welcome, whatever it is. Thanks for joining me for the Notebook. I'm Austin Ward. We'll talk to you later.